Yo guys, this is Kaiser, welcome to this video. Today I would like to explain from my point of view the lockdown raid and give you some tips and advices so you can finish this raid without struggling. First, let me talk a bit about my DPS loadout and rotation for this raid. This time I am using a mid-range loadout with Gale in Eruption instead of Ferocity. This raid is played in a very small area, and even if you could go full range, a mid-range loadout is not much more dangerous. Then the boss mechanics are not so based in one-shots but in teamwork, so you have the chance of using Gale and even Berserk. So I'm going to clip Gale in Eruption and Bloodlust as usual. Then for the weapon, as in many other cases, I'm going to use Dual Wield into bow, the Explosive Shot Mastery. This combo is pretty fast and powerful and will allow you to make fast rotations. Then after the weapon mastery combo I go for the burst damage power, and in the case of Rage, it's Dreadful Blast. And after we continue with the Dreadful Blast combo, which we are going to clip with Plasma Rage to save some time and add an extra dot. For this raid I used a Flex Soda because this run was recorded on the PS server, where I started just like 3 months ago and my skill points and gear are not too good. So I wanted to add more damage for being a little bit more helpful. Also I'm using Breath and Might for reds and Precision and Power Health for yellow and blues. And well, about the raid setup, we decided to go with a 4-2-1-1 setup with 4 DPSs, 2 trollers and 1 tank and healer. 4 DPSs for increasing our burn and 2 trollers for having enough power and being able to handle some boss mechanics I'll explain later. Then for this raid, 1 healer and 1 tank is more than enough. Well, and now let's get started with the raid mechanics. In this first stage of the raid, we are facing several adds, the Parademons. They have quite a lot HP, and if you are not careful they can kill you easily. There are different types of Parademons like Technicians, Grenadiers, Jailers, Fixers or Brutes. But the most important thing is to kill the Technicians ASAP, because if not they can build up some kind of artifact and one-shot every single player of the raid, because there's no escape from this attack. So they will always try to walk towards the artifact. So the tank and the trollers need to crowd control them when possible, and of course the DPSs need to focus them. Then it can be advisable to kill the jailers because they jail from time to time some members of the group. Well, now that we go to the first boss, this can be a little bit tricky, but once everybody knows how to handle it, it's quite easy. General Krae's main problem is that he teleports to a player, makes some special attack and leaves an AoE behind him. We are going to handle this the same way we handle Oppressor in Paradox. You guys know that Oppressor encases the farthest away player, so usually the troller is in charge of dodging his attacks. Here it works exactly the same way. Krae teleports to the farthest away player, so we are going to keep 1 troller behind, so Krae always teleports to him. Quantum Trolls have an advantage here because they can teleport as soon as Krae teleports to them, making the dodging easier, but this can be done perfectly with any other power set, so don't worry. The second thing we need to handle is the jails. There's an ad called Parademon Jailer that jails players. Well, you can free them by activating a device situated at the end of the room. The other troller will be in charge of doing the freeings. The third and last thing is to kill the Technicians ASAP, because as I said before, they try to build up some artifact, and that's pretty much for the first boss. To be honest, it's not complicated, but it requires a lot of communication and teamwork.
sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through for you, 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 for
Well, now the second and last bosses are Calibac and Mantis, and now is when things get serious. First thing first, it's important to have a good map awareness. Now, apart from dealing with the bosses, you need to dodge some AoEs that randomly appear in the area. If you take a look to the room, we have some darker areas in the floor. They are red for us because this is Team Awesome League Hall, so you may have a different color. And also we have some empty areas like grey colored. These empty areas are where the AoEs spawn. We have 5 in total, 2 at the east and 2 at the west, both right and left side, and also 1 in the middle of the room. There's not any default sequence of appearance, at least I couldn't find any logical one, and it's somehow random, so you need to be careful to not get caught into them. And so far there are 3 different AoEs. The ice one, which is the easiest, and it slows you down and makes some damage over time. The red one, which is a bit harder, it deals a good amount of damage per second, and the lasers one, which is a real pain and the hardest. Well, now about the boss mechanics. First, Calibac is alone, and you need to DPS him normally until at some point Mantis appears. Once the 2 bosses are together, you have the chance of jailing one of them. An artifact weapon will drop and you need to use it to jail either Calibac or Mantis, depending on who you want to kill first. Our trollers are the ones in charge of doing this. For example, for this case, let's call our trollers Troller 1 and 2. Imagine that Troller 1 gets the artifact weapon and jails, let's say, Calibac. Then the group starts DPSing Mantis, and at some point Calibac will break free. In that very moment, Troller 1 won't be able to use the artifact weapon again, because there will be like a timer for him and he won't be able to use the artifact weapon. So that's when Troller 2 needs to use the artifact and jail the boss. Basically, both trollers are going to rotate for using the artifact weapon and jailing Calibac or Mantis. So now once you have killed either Calibac or Mantis, there's no need to jail anyone else, and we will DPS normally. Be careful though, because when the last boss standing has really low HP, a lot of parademons will start spawning and it can cause an stupid and unnecessary wipe, so stay focused. Another important thing you need to take care of is an AoE Calibac puts on you. You will notice this because you will get an aura that will damage you over time. So when you get this aura, it's really important to try to not get close to any one of the groups so you can avoid unnecessary deaths. So that's pretty much it. Let's summarize now. For the second bosses, you need to have map awareness and dodge the AoEs. Remember that there are 5 different spots. The trollers need to rotate and jail either Calibac or Mantis. Then you need to take care of the damaging aura and of course focus the technicians. So that's all. I hope you liked the video, and please don't forget to subscribe, leave a comment and like it. See you soon.
can't look you in the face. I don't wanna have to lie. I wanted this love to survive. Now when I look in your I feel paralyzed. Now I know it's over. I see you passing by, hand in hand, with your perfect light. My body goes numb, feels like someone cut out my tongue. I didn't know a heart could die this young. Oh, now when I look in your I feel paralyzed. Everything changes.